Question over here, somewhere?
What is your experience with reopening with the direct, like after you're building value in the venue? Or is it, I guess in day game it might be different because there's less congregating, but what is the success with building value and maybe with others, adjacent sets and?
Well, basically, you're gonna go direct on really hot girls. Just don't go direct on less attractive girls because they think you're messing with them and they'll go home crying. No, they'll be like, I mean, like, seriously, that's one of the things I've found is like, if you go direct on an unattractive girl, she'll think that, you know, you want something from her and like you're basically making fun of her. But back to your point, go direct on a really attractive girl, and it works well. You go and you sit down. You go and you sit down. What is one of the easiest ways to know if you're in comfort? Is, you know,
Emotional state.
Pardon me?
Their emotional state.
Yeah, emotional state. Basically, the way I teach it is, are you sitting down with her? Is she sitting down? Am I sitting down? Then I'm in comfort. Because that's physical comfort. I mean, if you imagine a girl standing around in high heels for a couple hours, this is painful. And no matter how much game you have, if she's in pain, or, you know, she's standing around for 4 hours, that physical discomfort is going to override whatever attraction she has to you, or at least affect it. So, if I go direct, things are going good, I'm going to go into comfort. Where I know if I'm in comfort, I'm going to find a place to sit down. I go sit down, people see this. They see I open this really hot girl, pulled her from her friends, sat down with her, and that shows that, you know, you got balls, that this girl likes you. And another thing is, if you go direct, and it goes really well, you'll have this kind of glow, this light up effect where I've had girls who are like, oh my God, and they just like, no one's ever said that to me. And they'll like give you a hug, and that will produce, you know, a really quick momentary flash of social proof. All right? Yes?
Question about if you're bringing the girl to sit down and she has her friends around, like, what would you usually say to the group?
Just say, you know, I'm borrowing your friend. Again, this is part of, is a lot of use of non-verbal social pressure and compliance testing. You want to be cool with the group.
Yeah.
At the very least, cool with the group. I used to like hold court and all that kind of stuff. I don't really do it. I don't do it as much anymore because I find it requires a lot of energy. And again, I'm lazy. So I'll be cool with them. I'll engage them, but then I want to sit down quickly.
How do you address that if it's a two-set then? Because you don't. You good?
Yeah, this is actually like this is kind of an advanced topic. It's what I call BLP, body language positioning, and the fact that here, can I borrow you two really quick? Okay. Let's say this is the bar. You're both facing the bar. You know, your girlfriends are facing the bar. And I'll go open like, hey guys, quick question. Blah 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 blah. And things are going good. So I would simply like sidestep. It's like what you call mirroring, right? Mirroring. I'll sidestep and things are going really good, and then I might pull her in, you know, I'll do whatever came in and boom boom. And I'll still talk to her. You know, I'll pull her in, and at a certain point, just you know, girls are just like guys. They don't want to cunt their own girlfriends. If I'm a cool guy and she really likes me, like say, you know, I'm doing whatever, and she's like giving me hugs and stuff like that, she will recognize what's going on. They have their own version of, you know, game. Those that are like, wow, she really likes him. And he's like, I'll keep on being engaged with her, but not to the point where, I'm talking about like 70-30. And at a certain point, if I'll, you know, if they're like best friends and I have like this girl like here to me, she's backturning her own girlfriend. And that's a huge signal. Again, you know, there are advantages and disadvantages. Because the fact that I'm only being cool, I don't really have her locked down. That's when it comes to eating, extracting. I have to lock her, make sure the girlfriend is cool with me bringing this one home. But it is, like I said, the way I do it is I try to be like quickly and efficiently as possible, as opposed to spending a lot of time engaging both of them. Oh, thanks. All right. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever do it with a wing and then have the wing?
Yeah. Again, that's really easy. One thing I've noticed is if both of you are decently good, don't pay attention to each other. Just ignore each other. I mean, introduce, like, hey, what's up, boom, boom, boom. Okay, talking to you now. 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 And your wing is doing the exact same thing. Okay, talking to you, talking to you, talking to you. So by that time, the girls are totally faced, separate ways. Again, this is called body language positioning. And it's where little Sun Tzu art of war, terrain, okay, position, terrain. Now, I will put myself in the most advantageous position possible. And that way, I don't have to engage everybody. If you have that skill, that's great, because social proof is something that's really important. That's really the most consistent way I've gotten like the 9s and the 10s, is like if I'm social proof. And like someone pointed out, direct game is not the best for creating like a social proof environment. You're basically going one shot, one kill for that one girl. Any other questions? Yes.
So, are you using a lot of humor in your conversation?
Yes. Yes. I mean, a part of it depends on my attitude of the night.
Say like, oh hey, you're beautiful. My name is
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah, then you basically you go into comfort, because at that point you passed attraction. You approach, that's giving you a strong first impression, and she likes you. Like, she literally likes you right then, right there. So you go into comfort. But the only thing is, like, if you're kind of boring, I've had girls tell me this about certain guys, like, oh my god, he was so pretty and handsome, but then he opened his mouth, and it went downhill from there. You need to be able to have conversation and maintain a conversation no matter what. Because she's thinking, oh yeah, this is a cool, confident guy, but he's also boring, right? So yes, they're still bantering.
So then, like, how much of I guess these stories do you use? And
I have tons of stories. I mean, I can improvise stories. I also have like some of mine all just packaged and ready to go. Right. So I think it's almost time. Yes, I guess last question.
Okay, with the mystery method, how it's 7 hours from beginning to end, what is your time frame?
It's the same. I will say that when I go out at night, like the max, if I'm going direct, the max our approach is like 4 sets, and at least one will hook, if not more. And so I'll spend like 1 to 2 hours with one girl at a bar or club, and that's fine to me. And then you do the standard, day 1, day 2, day 3 kind of deal.
How did you start building your foundation?
I started with the mystery method, and that way I learned the indirect, I learned the conversational skill, I learned how important fashion, I learned like female psychology, and it was a huge opener, like eye opener for me. And then, but from there I needed to, especially as an Asian guy, I could talk, but I was never that dominant, and I was never that sexual. And that, again, that was probably the second, eye opener or paradigm shift for me, was to, okay, I need to be more dominant. I need to progress from just friend to an actual sexual man.
Sorry, just real quick, you said body language positioning was a pretty advanced topic. What are some ways you can become more familiar, or we can become more familiar?
Let's just take my boot camp. I've never written about it. It's something that's pretty unique. It's a higher level of just standard body language as well as compliance testing. So, all right, thanks for your time. Again, you guys can go to my blog, theasianplayboy.blogspot.com, or ABC's of Attraction. The Asian Playboy .blogspot.com or abcsofattraction.com. So I mean, my blog's been up for 4 years. I did like 800 articles at this point. Yeah.
JG, do you have an email by any chance?
Yeah, you can email me directly at jt@abcofattraction.com.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks guys.